Or do we have anyone missing?
I don't
Well, the
think so.
kobolds, but they're always kind of missing.
Kobolds.
I'm sure they are fine.
I'm
sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing alright.
Yeah.
But what about worms?
Worms here.
Didn't you?
I can, if you ask, Zacharias can probably scry worms.
No, he wouldn't ask. He knows that Wormsy has proven himself to be very resilient, and either he's fine and very useful in the future, or he's dead and not very useful in the future.
It's true that. Alright, well, after that, Zacharias will take, Timian and the contingent of Hell Knights and move over to the Baroness's place.
Sure.
I'm sure Timian is capable enough to defend a damn manor.
They look very orderly, mostly because Timian is whipping them if they slack off.
Oh, yeah.
Something that I would like to mention out of character. We are at day 12 now, I think.
Alright, sure.
If we continue at this current speed, the first month is going to take quite a few sessions.
I know.
You're only going to be here for a month.
Yeah.
I know. I've said so, but we keep jumping into battles and stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm not sure what we are what we have to expect to come up in the near future, but it may be something to consider to just speed through everything a little bit.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We can't speed through
Because we are basically just looting random crap, which
I mean, we can certainly reduce it to like quickly gathering rumors and then just rolling on the loot table. So just go through like 10 of those.
You can ignore everything you see. Or you could sit around in the prison and wait. That's also an option.
Well,
Anyway.
well, I don't know. Just something I wanted to bring up.
I know.
You can at any time choose to just do nothing.
I like the looting, though, because we wouldn't have found these interesting people. Like
That is
Rodrigo and the Baroness.
Yeah,
without doing it,
we're
so.
gaining stuff, but just the mundane things we can certainly hurry along. But yeah, so let's do just that. Zacharias shows up, brings Timian and the knights, install them in the manor. They know what they're gonna do, and he will take the Baroness and whatever guards she wants to bring with her, and basically greater teleport back to the mansion in Gaston Hall.
Sure.
Dumping them off and asking her when he should return to, or when he should check in on her, basically.
Well, she will say that she should be able to have the agreed upon sum in 2 weeks in this place.
Then
If this is indeed secure for her to place it in.
it should be. I think it's still under protection of. We could probably even ask Vestromo to back up with some muscle here to just keep the mansion safe. Yeah, Zacharias will head over to Vestromo and ask him, that the Whispering Lords and by extension Marcus has a few things in the mansion they wish to be guarded for the next 2 weeks, and basically ask him to help out with that.
Sure. He will imply that anything he has an interest in, he will know of, and if he has a positive interest in keeping it safe, he will keep it safe.
Excellent. Then that is all done and done. And Zacharias will return back to Davrin. And we'll return to Gaston Hall in 2 weeks.
Alright. So, should we go to the next day?
I think we should.
Right.
Where haven't we looted?
Grimmeth does raise an interesting point. Can we send out like our cohorts as well, like Grumblejack and Trick and whoever?
Humblejack is already doing it.
Oh yes, okay.
During...
And so is Raiju, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, demanding everything we find might be... They don't really get paid.
What? Raiju does get paid?
Yeah. A tiny bit.
Yeah, I guess we have to do this whole looting thing ourselves.
You cannot loot if you think it's beneath you.
But what if we miss out on more crown jewels or something?
Let's just roll and get it over with.
What if there's 2 sets?
1. What's the rumor?
Alright. Well, all right, yeah, sure. You sort of, go around looking at things, and a bugbear sort of is very wisely telling you. Quickly find him. He seems to be a very smart bugbear. He has a phantom silk wrapped around his head, and he tells you some sage advice. He says that the Duke, if you're still searching for him, is actually dead. He was cooked and eaten by a fire axe.
Oh, well, lovely. Yeah. Okay, that's...
He also stretches his hand out and expects a little bit of pay, perhaps.
Zacharias cast Disintegrate on him.
Well, he turned to dust.
Alright, good. Now, where have we not been?
Well, we have been to the Merchant Quarter. We were going to Small Ward, but we stopped, so we could go there again. Or try to.
Haven't we been to Small Ward? Maybe we haven't.
We wanted to, but we stopped in Glassborough because of the pile of dead bugbears in the message.
Let's look around the Small Ward.
Alright.
I can't get over this integration.
Going to Small Ward.
Evil.
Roll a d20, one of you.
18.
All of us?
No, one of you.
One of you, okay. 18.
Alright. Then looting. D20s.
18 copper pans.
8!
Amazing 13!
18. Nice.
18.
Tina?
Jake is just copying Jonas's first roll.
Yeah.
Says the guy who copied my 9. Or no, that was Sheep and Tina. Not
What?
Dark.
I
can't
rolled
talk
the
about me, I
9
didn't copy
first, Jake.
Look, but you copied me.
Alright, first and foremost, 8 and below gets you nothing.
13 would be the next highest then.
Alright. Well, searching around, you find a what seems to be a... Well, who says this?
Me.
Yeah, Asuri is digging around. He finds what seems to be a noble greatsword. It is of masterwork quality.
Oh, fancy. That's like 300 gold pieces, so down to 150.
It also seems that you have found a rather small area of actually noble villas in this small ward, which usually is the residential area. It is sort of down by the sea, and it doesn't really seem like many bugbears have been here.
Huh.
It's all of you, by the way. Next lowest.
15 by Tyne.
Right. Roll a 1d20.
Okay. 20.
Nice. 20.
Oh my.
You find 20 hydras.
Alright, no. Cash finds what seems to be a tea store. And in this tea store, in the back, she finds money consisting of 400 gold pieces in varied coinage.
Mm-hmm.
Which tea store?
Yeah. Tea store.
Next one.
18.
18 by 2.
Alright. Well, digging around, Marcus finds the wine rack, and in there's a bottle of cerulean, a fine liquor.
Was that something Grumblejack wanted?
Yes.
Oh, certainly.
Except we wanted one for each district.
Mm.
Because each district has its own brand, so that's one for Small Ward.
Yes. Oh, there's
We
so
have
many
small water
districts,
ale.
though.
Huh?
There's so many districts, though.
Yeah.
Does he mean the farm districts, too? I would hope not. Just take too
Probably.
much time.
Let's see if I can get your list.
I mean, it's possible we might find them as we're looting anyway. Like now.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems like he wants all of them. And the one for Small Ward is actually, he wants you to find Astoria's weakness. It should be said you can dedicate a day to search a place for the alcohol instead of looting it.
Sure.
Can we split up each of us searching through one district?
What did we get from this, more precisely?
Something to do with like...
It's a bottle of alcohol.
Yeah, well, but I mean, what
Okay.
did
What
It's
what
worth
did we
100
get-
gold pieces.
Yes, but
What did we get told for getting all of them?
Oh, well, Grumblejack has made this wager with a bugbear captain that you guys could totally find and drink this alcohol, and in exchange you'll get the bugbear High Lord's sword, which is supposed to be pretty badass.
How badass is it? Can we like see how badass the sword is?
No,
Oh.
Zacharias doesn't care. Honestly, he will not. He will not go around searching for alcohol for
It's a
bugbears to drink.
+5 bauble sword.
You know, I don't really care.
Marcus needs another sword.
You know,
He
you
only
go and
has
search.
2.
Zacharias, if you're gonna go for a search for one, Zacharias will be in his room for crafting. Send up a fireball if you get in trouble, and come teleporting.
well, is there any higher than that?
Nope.
All right. Well, you can go home then. Isabel
Let's go.
arrives today
Hooray.
in the night, and everyone's here at the beginning of day 14.
All right, if everyone is here, Zacharias will actually call in, well, first the group, and then all of the basically named characters and captains and other things.
Is Rodrigo invited?
It's up to Marcus, really.
Marcus.
What did
won't
Marcus
invite
do with him?
Marcus, I mean, there's not really much living quarters, so Marcus just kind of threw him in a cell while he healed, but Marcus will invite him to the party.
He will?
Yes.
Oh, well, Rodrigo is sitting in his cell, just sort of milling about. Have you left him his stuff?
No.
You took his stuff from...
I took his
Oh,
stuff.
he'd be very sad about that.
Marcus will say that he'll get it back when he's earned it.
Oh, all right.
We need to prove that these are the best swords.
When he yeah. He'll
He
be
seems adept at
let
fighting
out
with
let
his hand
out
as
to
well.
train with training like dull weapons with the rest of the troops.
You will say that one cannot train with dull weapons, because it does not sharpen the mind. If there is no fear of being cut, there is no motivation to train.
Well, he'll do it anyway. So if he wants to train, that's how he'll do it. So
He'll like make it. He'll like sharpen it himself.
yeah, whatever.
But yeah,
Fight him.
Zacharias will invite everyone to join in a great celebratory feast commemorating the escape and survival of the Vale, and also as a reward for good and loyal services for all the minions. He will invite all of them to the Mage's Zacharias' magnificent mansion, where there will be a grand spectacle of a feast, basically consisting of as much food as any one of them can possibly want.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh,
It-
you better.
It is enough to challenge Chiron.
Yeah, like this thing conjures up so much food. And it is quite delicious. It's made by like master magical chefs. So it's probably the best food you've ever eaten in your life.
Everyone has servants.
Yeah, everyone has a personal servant. You have this sumptuous hall, like grand banquet hall. There is a ballroom if you want to dance. There's like, you can walk around this manor. And everyone is invited and free to stay as long as they like. Well, as long as the spell lasts. Yeah, every one of the minions are invited to this. Basically,
I just want to say for Chiron's notice, to give you an idea how much food, there's 156 9-course banquets.
yep. A 9-course meal with wine and other drink for 156 people.
Oh, Timmy is the only one who's not invited.
No, Timian is invited.
Well, he's busy.
No, he can take a night off. The other mooks can keep an eye on it.
Jack and
The other
Bikers
troops
and
know the punishment for breaking the rules, so
Grumblejack is invited, of course.
Are the Hellhounds invited?
Rodrigo will, during the night, pretty much invite anyone at some point to go dance with him. Because he was maybe the best sword master in Talingad, but he is still the best dancing master.
There you go.
But yes, the Hellhounds will be let inside the mansion. They'll be sitting in a corner eating food.
He will not dance with the Hellhounds.
will he dance with Zacharias?
Zacharias will
He
not dance
certainly
with Rodrigo.
Will offer it.
No.
I recommend
It's very
Voice
close
Sense
another disintegrate comes out at that point, but you know.
I recommend Voice Sense do, not Isabel.
He's quite elegant about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Isabel is invited, Voids and its student is invited, and gets to spend some personal time at the master's feet, so to speak. And yeah, basically a great show of power, and that the lords are powerful and mighty and very generous when you serve them well.
Indeed.
That's how we will spend the evening.
Feasted.
Yes.
Oh dear.
The day of the party.
Yep.
Is Raiju there?
Yeah, of course. Raiju is having a really good time trying to get drunk on this amount of alcohol.
Cash will ask Raiju if you'll do her a favor.
Sure. If it doesn't involve him stopping eating.
Only
say
for...
whatever it-
Not really.
Alright.
She'll ask him if he will transform into Zacharias and ask Rodriguez of what is he called? Degro? If he wants to dance.
Rodrigo.
Raiju will say that he does not think his contract actually, that he would have to talk to his union about hazardous work pay. He wants to take up such an offer. He will politely decline.
Because of the reactions he would
What?
most likely provoke from certain archwizards.
If you really want me to, I have enough disguise to beat
He
anyone.
will, however, ask Cash if he should bring this up to the group and ask if it was a group decision.
Sure.
The answer to that one is no, Tina. Because then Zacharias would hear about it.
He does, however, find it humorous.
Of course he does.
Then he continues to eat it with Grumblejack. Grumblejack is not the talkative type when he eats. He stuffs his face full of food and basically keeps stuffing. His poor ogre manners shining through. Alright. The feast is had, and the next day, 14.
Because the mansion is open for 26 hours.
I guess you can just continue.
26-hour party.
Zacharias will leave after a few hours, but you know, the spell is going, so anyone who wants to stay for 26 hours is certainly welcome to do so, except Timian, because he needs to get back to the fucking mansion.
And
Yeah.
Marcus won't stay because it's very sad that none of this food holds any pleasure for him.
Raiju and Grumblejack certainly stay.
Yeah, they're welcome to
Especially Raiju. He could live here. He doesn't really care.
There's
Cash
also
will stay too.
there's also 26 invisible, half invisible servants running around helping everyone. Yeah, Azurius will stay and have fun.
11 is the rumor roll for the next day.
Alright. You don't really... it's fine. Anything there.
No, that's fine. Do we want to go anywhere and loot anything?
Marcus wants to get some booze because he wants to see that sword.
We have been to Smallwood and Glassborough. We haven't been to Gettleton, which is right next to our current area, which I can't read because there's a hellhole in the way.
So we are we 14 days in now? Or was it?
Yep.
This
Right.
is
Right.
15.
Most
I think.
halfway.
So basically what you need to do now is if you want to find all the booze, you probably need to go at least one day to every district and look for booze, and that's 13 districts, I think, so...
We've already got
Perception
one.
rolls will be necessary.
I mean,
Did you say perception rules?
I have plus 19 to it, but
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We can probably do it. So, one person to do that, otherwise we need to look around for random stuff like we usually do.
Yeah, if we can split up, then we probably should, because, well, if we run into trouble, we can meet up. but
Everyone-
like random bugbears aren't going to be.
Yeah, and every one of us can fly. Some of us can teleport, and if you need help, just send up a fireball or some other flashy thing you can do, which I think most of us can, right?
Marcus has nothing
No.
of the sort.
Well,
But
Cash.
it's okay
you
because
get,
Marcus is basically invincible to these guys.
right,
So
right. For Cash, you get your Hellhound to breathe upwards.
Okay.
For Marcus, well, you just turn
just
down.
kill
you
the
turn-
offender.
You turn to bats, or you just.
I
summon a
would
bunch of
like
wolves.
you, though, to not split up in multiple districts. One can loot, while the other one searches that district for booze, but keep it within the same district.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
Where
I
did-
would
did we get the-
suggest
Sorry.
we got the small ward alcohol,
Okay.
so we could go like anti-clockwise somewhat. Because why not? Go to the noble quarter next,
Yeah. To do word.
or maybe do all the inner districts first and then the farming districts.
Yeah.
There's really no like order that we have to follow at all.
I mean, there's really nothing better for Marcus to do because his life is kind of sadness right now. So he's gonna get some booze to pass the time.
So let's go to the noble quarter,
Oh my!
To do
which
word.
is Duwards.
Sure.
Oh goodness, we're all so noble here in the noble quarter.
Don't make me slap
Why
you,
don't you
Marcus.
roll the d20?
I will.
Okay.
Oh god, shame.
D20.
Oh god, I should have.
Of course Marcus will have his armor back on by now.
No, I melted it down. And made
Could you
money.
roll dude rolls?
Good rolls. More d20s?
If you want to look for booze, just roll a perception check.
Damn it. Then Marcus perception. You know, it's a decent perception.
And we
An 11.
one more roll
Average.
from Zacharias, I think.
What did you get for a perception?
30.
Right. You don't find anything, and actually remember that the cerulean is the special alcohol for this area.
Oh,
What? I thought we got that in Smokeboard.
we did.
Weird, isn't it?
Oh, weird. Okay.
So actually, alcohol gets you on a different one.
Okay. Darn.
Alright, now let's go with the loot tables.
We had a 11 by Cat Cop.
Yours was a 9, which was lower.
Let's see.
Below
what
10 gets nothing, I thought.
Yeah, the below 10 gets
this
nothing.
place is.
Okay.
Well, it's different for different places.
No.
This one has a below 8, gets nothing.
Okay, so in that case, we got 9 as the lowest one that counts.
Whoever is
Right,
collecting
roll
the
a D8.
wine, whoever is collecting the wine should probably keep a list because I'm not keeping the
will.
list of the wine.
I'll do it.
2.
You
Automatic.
find 20 gold pieces worth of coinage.
Oh, good, I found some coppers. Zacharias, catch.
Next.
Yes,
What's the
hold
next?
my petty change, wizard.
11 by 10.
11 by Tina.
Roll a d10.
Mm-hmm. Seven.
Alright, you find a few silver bars worth 70 gold pieces.
Next one is 14 by me.
A d12.
D12. 4.
Alright, for 40 gold worth of silver coins.
And then 19 by the wizard.
Ooh. Alright, well, Zacharias finds a bottle of cerulean liquor
Another one?
worth 100 gold pieces.
Who was even searching
One
for it?
more? Alright, well, I'm gonna toss it over to Margaret. Here we go.
On the bright side, we can sell that one now.
Bloody bottle.
100 gold
I'll
pieces
drink it.
worth of liquor for one bottle is not cheap.
No, it's quite expensive. Alright.
Marcus will probably drink it in an attempt to get some sort of flavor out of his life.
Next day.
So we've got alcohol get in 1 quarter so far, times 2.
Yes.
Rumor collect, go! 9.
Right. You actually see what appears to be the remains of a battle in a place. There seem to be a few dead humans, and they seem to be sort of their tracks seem to lead towards the north of the city. Although a specific district is not really.
That might be worth investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either way, I would say we go to Golden Hall next. That's kind of north, and if they are in the sewer as I expect, it's probably somewhere there.
Yeah, does the palace count as a district, by the way, where we need an alcohol
No.
from? Okay.
That would be bad if the palace had its own variety of alcohol.
So,
Yeah.
any objections to Golden Hall next?
Oh, sounds good to me.
I mean, we didn't manage to find a bank there, but, you know.
Sure. Go to Golden Hall.
Yeah.
Roll a 1d20, someone.
I shall do it.
Okay, yes, go.
19!
Nice.
I'm the Oracle, I demand it.
Alright. Sure. So, loot.
Marcus's perception is a 30 again.
Let's
Right.
see.
I'll roll for Jonas as well.
I had like a 4 Jonas there, aren't there?
Sure. Marcus.
Yep.
Finds a bottle of God's mead. It is a triple distilled apple brandy sweetened with honey, not an actual mead.
Fancy.
Is that the one for this district?
Golden Hall.
Ah, you changed it before I could type it. Come on now. I already had it open. Oh well.
Alcohol
Right.
get.
Now, the lowest loot roll. 1 to 80 gives nothing. 1 to 8 gives nothing.
Well, in that case, we've got 2 17s.
Oh my. Sure. Could you roll 2d10 then?
I shall roll for Jonas, or I guess I don't.
Well,
Don't issue back. Roll
Each of the
2d10.
17s rolls 2d10.
Well, each of them roll 2d10.
Yeah.
Oh. So in that case, Tyne, 2d10 as well.
Okay.
For a grand total of 14.
Well, 8 and 6, if that matters.
Total of 14.
Alright. Well, you find a huge area what seems to have been a special type of bank vault. In there are a lot of art. These are art in such as statues and large paintings. There is 1,400 golds worth. However, they're quite heavy.
We've held on.
Marcus and Kyron
Meaning
can help.
1 gold piece worth is 1 LB.
We have
So
we
there's
have 4
1,400
hellhounds.
pounds of art.
You know, one
Different
of these
types of
hellhounds
statues and such.
one of these hellhounds in the room can carry that in light load.
Yeah, we can just pile that on the Hellhounds.
Yeah.
Get like a fireproof bag or something.
Wait, 2 of us are riding. Yeah, so yeah, one of the hellhounds will drag it along
It's manageable.
using a chain to make sure they don't burn the bag.
alright.
Use
Oh no,
maybe the
how
bolt.
much Zacharias likes paintings.
Oh yes. So when you return to the prison that evening, Zacharias will turn to the group and say, although I have had a decent amount of fun in these forays, I think I will confine myself to my quarters from now on. If you need me doing your search, well, send up a fire signal or something. A fireball should do it over town. I will certainly spot that from my window.
You don't have any interest in well, disintegrating bugbears.
The less bugbears I see, the better.
What is up with you? You keep going into your quarters and stay there all day.
Research, Lady Cash. Important research.
Care to share?
No.
Figured. Cass turns around and walks away.
Zacharias looks into his quarters. There seems to be a bright, like, a light spell seems to have gone off in there.
Yeah, Zacharias will return to his quarters. Close the door and put up the boards.
No, since I said that before you closed the door, there's a light spell gone on in there.
Ha
Dispel magic.
Yeah.
And everything goes to hell.
You can dispel a light magic, no problem, but, you know, it's an entertaining idea.
So the next day.
Well,
How does
we have one less
Argentile
person
sound?
searching now.
16.
Rumor.
I will do
Wait.
it.
For rumors.
I will do the rumors, as I'm the one speaking all the time, since I auto-crit my diplomacy rolls on a and a 4.
Yeah.
What I find is not the same as, you know, how good I'm at finding it.
Hubris is a strong force.
All right.
Fire is also strong.
Yeah.
Visitors will learn that there have been bugbear groups missing or disappearing around the cleric or cathedral quarter.
I think we should check that out.
Interesting. The bug. We will ride away from the bugbears. While we're riding away, I will click my fingers and set the bugbear on fire.
Alright, he screams and runs down the street.
You know, it doesn't do any hit point damage. Only like D6 every round he's on fire. So
That's a lot for an ordinary bugbear.
true. He can roll on the ground and try to put it out of the 4-round action though. It's fine.
Stop, drop, and roll, man.
Nah, he's too stupid for that.
So, where do you want to go?
How about Argentile?
Well, the rumor did mention the cleric quarters,
that's true,
and
yeah.
since we don't really have to follow any order whatsoever, we could
Loot the
just go
clerics!
there first.
Yeah, let's just go to Tithers. Tithers,
Alright.
however.
Would
Sure.
you want to roll a d20?
I will. Oh, yeah, Tina, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You have Zacharias here. I declare myself leader.
5.
Alright. Yeah, you arrive in the cleric's quarter. Again, still pretty sort of well made, really. I mean, there's, again, probably hasn't been too many others. The cathedral still seem to be left alone.
Touch around.
Another
Could you
30.
run perception rolls?
Ooh, rolls.
Except for
I've rolled
Marcus.
3 11s in a row.
The people who
Well.
are not Marcus can. Marcus already. Look,
Well, cash. 28.
28.
The Hellhound technically with us, so they can roll.
Marcus splitting up from the others. Does
They get.
he find anything? He finds a bottle of Saint Viteria's Smile. Strong, sweet brandy made from imported wines.
Hooray!
As the rest of you search. You come around an area that seems to have been passed through more than what you would expect by people who are not bugbears.
Oh.
Then what?
Humans, seemingly.
Can we follow this?
Wait, what did you find exactly?
It basically looks like a sewer grate that is easily removable. Usually here they're sort of almost bolted to the street. secured with molten iron, but here they are not. It seems they have been cut, and so it is easily removable, even if it is difficult to spot that it is. Only Cash notices this.
Cash looks annoyed and looks at Kyron because, he was interested in that and says, Kyron, it seems that this has been moved recently. Maybe this is your chance to find those rats.
Well, I'm not interested in finding rats, but those resistance people, I know if I were to make a resistance, the sewer seems like the excellent place. Easy access to everywhere, possibly, and hard for us to search.
I have to note easier access. I mean, the city does have them bolted, but, I mean, enough work you can get them open.
Well, this one is not.
As I said, they can get them open.
Well, I suppose we could head down there right away and probably get lost or something. Or maybe find them and have some fun down there, but I'm not sure.
How much do you think the resistance group could actually pose as a threat to us? Anything?
Nope.
Nothing in this city is a threat to us.
I mean, it will only be the three of us. I doubt we can fit the Hillhounds down there, so...
Well, I don't know. I don't care what you two do. I'm not going into the sewer.
So it'd be you fighting them, Kyron, and I would just be supplying fireball support from the behind.
I don't feel like randomly walking through a sewer with no idea where to go. It's likely just a maze down there. We have those devils around, don't we? Can we just tell those to...
That's actually a good thing to find out. We can call them if we want.
They are already looking. I guess...
We could call them and tell them to search underneath this district in particular.
No, you do what you want to do. You can call them if you want.
Do you like this idea, Kyron?
Kyron, not.
I shall invoke their names.
Sure. They appear after a little while. Well, not appear, but you hear their whispers. Feel the chill of them being near.
Have you found anything so far?
Few things. People move about. It is difficult to find out where they live.
We have noticed the fact that they have recently come up here, in this district, evidenced by the sewer grate. He'll point, in the direction towards it.
Sure.
Well, so we would like you to try following that as the lead. See if you can find them. If you find them following their trail, as it is.
The sewer grate is sort of pulled to the side, and you hear small splashes as the invisible creatures hit the water below.
Luckily, with a true name, they can always hear us when we talk about them.
It will likely take a while until they've explored enough of the sewer to have any information, so we should probably just do what we've been doing.
Now,
and find copper pans.
I'd much rather find something better, like the ton of silver we've managed to bring back. But yeah, we'll do. I feel Kyron is a little bit lonely because we're riding on the back of hellhounds. You're just flying.
Kyron can walk or fly. He's certainly not lonely.
Imagine the visual of three of us on the back of hellhounds charging through.
Did Marcus get any information from his rats?
Not yet.
They're rats.
Well, actually, they only served me for an hour. They would have come back after an hour and told me what they found.
They didn't find anything in an hour.
No, okay.
Now it's not long
if they got lucky, then But...
So, to looting, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
Because, we want to keep this going, so... I got a 6. Sheep got a 13.
1 to 8 gets you nothing.
Okay, so in that case, 13 for sheep.
Alright, roll a d12.
9.
Find 90 gold's worth of holy symbols and crucifixes. And other sort of...
Good.
And Tyne got a 20.
Alright. Roll a d10.
Mm-hmm.
Go, Tyne. Go, Tyne.
2.
You ruined it.
She finds 1 ounce of sovereign glue.
What?
It's a
Glue?
glue that almost cannot be broken.
Yes, it's almost like it's basically magical super glue.
I'm gonna glue Zacharias' hands to his head.
I recommend you don't, because you want to know how much it's worth, a full bottle of it.
No, but it would be
2,400 gold pieces.
I could
Oh,
glue
good.
Zacharias and Marcus together.
I think we'd rather sell that, to be honest. Unless you have like a plan that doesn't involve Zacharias disintegrating you afterwards.
Alright, so yeah, that was the 16.
Really,
At the end of the day, the 2 devils will appear, in a serious room, or cell, or whatever, and they will whisper to him that what was under that area did not seem to be a resistance. It seemed to be a rather large group of people with weapons, holed up there with no intention of really leaving.
Interesting. Very well. Return to your previous duties of trying to find the resistance force.
Right.
And if you wish, take this bottle of ale.
Wait, what's the difference between armed people who disagree with what we do and the resistance?
The resistance are actively would be actively trying against us. They're just holding up, scared down. They're trying to defend themselves.
Okay, so we kill them either way.
You know, the difference is one is actively against us. One of them is just passively like defense.
If Kyra wants to do that, Cash will not come. She will not go down in the sewer.
You, Zacharias, receive like a little report card slid under his door about it.
Zacharias will look at the card. And basically, you want my help for killing innocents? I think you can do that yourselves.
You won't get responses. Zurus is not even the other side. He just slid a report.
He mumbles this himself.
You didn't even read it.
That's true.
Basically, it's just a report of everything that happened.
Is it a card? Did you paint something on it? You know, for example, a dragon.
There is something on the back of the card, actually. If Zacharias wants to turn it over.
Day 17. Do you wish to do anything today?
Looting. Well, rumors first.
Well, first of all, out of character, I assume it would be a good idea to hit those silly people holed up down there sooner rather than later, because I assume they will eventually join up with the resistance.
Possible.
And cause problems.
We could burn the smithereens. It would be a very simple task. I mean, go down there, flame strike, they're probably dead.
That is assuming that they are alone down there and don't have any help. But yeah, that seems...
It sounds like they don't have a whole lot based on the devils.
I would suggest going down there and just taking care of that now, to be honest. Might take like the entire day, but we can get the devils to lead us there, so that should save time, and then we have that over with at least.
Well, we can, but I'm not. I mean, Malik, I kind of guess like, would that take up our actions for the day doing that?
Yes. Well, you can't loot and inspect someplace after that.
Yeah. So, if we go down there, I guess we could go down there and burn them, and then meanwhile, like Marcus and Cash can go like wine shopping.
Yeah.
Is that how you want to do it?
Well, I definitely think that we should do something about them. But if you all would rather loot the place or any other place again, sure.
But the thing is also Cash's dignity. She doesn't want to go into the sewers.
Every campaign has a sewer at some point.
Well, this is actually the first one.
And then, of course, Marcus doesn't want to go. Marcus is busy trying to find wine. So.
Yeah. Sword?
Marcus has a problem.
I mean, I will come down with Kyron if he wants and like burn them. But
That, sure. let's do it.
So me and Kyron will go ahead and burn them like Cash, and Marcus will find wine somewhere. Pick a location.
Cash will stay 10 feet away from Marcus the whole time.
That's fair enough. You can have like a hellhound between you and him.
So you're going to the same hex again?
Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and
we
go
can't
to
really
the underground.
we can't really do 2 districts, so we would have to do the same district again.
They can't just search for wine in different districts. We're not really searching. We're not really like looting it, are we? But I guess.
Yeah, but if Manikai says we can't split up, then we can't split up.
I mean, you can, but it'll just take like 3 times as long.
Okay.
Fine.
I was basically just thinking, Marcus and Cash just search, like grab whatever
I
wine
really
in this
doubt
district.
I mean,
Cash really don't give a damn about that sword or Marcus, to be honest.
Then you stay at home and relax if you're not going to come in the sewers.
basically with the whole splitting up thing for me, Marcus doesn't really want to loot or get rumors or anything. He just wants to go to a place and get alcohol. So, would that really add time to the splitting up?
Sure, Marcus can go somewhere and get alcohol.
So,
Like, at home, this hex, for example,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
stay with the others in that one.
you can search the home hex and just find stuff. Come on, Kyron, let's go through town. Should we even should we bother trying to find rumors between us?
We might as well.
Is there a rumor number 5 that's important?
No.
But very well. We go here and use the devils to help lead us to this not resistance, but
Beastkeeper.
Sure. And do they lead you? Through sewers and such, seemingly in random directions and tunnels, for a little bit.
Oh,
So
devils.
you actually appear at the side way to the sewers. That is not full of nasty stuff.
Going north, I assume.
Yes.
This is a very short vision.
Do you have dark vision?
Well, no, but so we'd probably have a light up. Yeah. The light would reach 60 feet. But yeah.
There is
Yo.
dim light in here.
Then,
Then we can see fine then. Yep,
oh,
perfect.
then we should stick together just in case we need to get the fuck out of here, because Kylie
Yeah,
can do that.
we both have teleport back spells, so we're fine.
So where did the devils say they would be?
Oh, in here.
In here.
Just
So
this area.
I guess we'll explore this way.